Something interesting, something positive, something special. Sponsored by DTE Home Protection Plus.
With modern technology, our world revolves around constant connection. But one West Michigan woman proves slow and steady is still alive and well. 13 on Your Side's Riley Mack joins us with the story of a human connection in her Something Special. Riley.
Juliet, our story starts in 1946 in countries still reeling from the Second World War, where two middle school girls find a way to prove that true friendship stamps out the boundaries of time and distance.
We live in an age of the instant and fleeting.
August of 1946. Dear Dad,
But from her chair at the nursing home,
thank you very much for your letter.
90-year-old Dottie Dooley holds on to the permanent
These are the ones I've saved.
ink.
Well, it was at the end of the Second World War. Things were getting back to normal in the United States. It was 7th grade and I was about 12.
In a world torn apart by war, you can hardly expect a class of middle schoolers to start piecing it together. But Dottie's teacher had an idea.
I don't know how she knew the teacher in England, but she arranged that the two of them would have their classes have pen pals.
12-year-old Dottie wrote a letter to an English girl named Pat Scodging.
Most of the students did it for the year,
And then
and most of them did not continue like we did.
never stopped.
And white, which said, "Long live the Queen." I never eat butter or margarine in it. Who are your favorite movie stars? Some of your picture is lovely. You're sitting on our sideboard. Well, we started in 1946, and so what would you say? How many years? 78?
Strangers
Yeah.
brought together by strange times.
Although the main bombing and the destruction was behind them, they still had a lot of issues regarding the war. Please thank your parents for the delicious parcel. Believe me, the cans contain some rare deliveries I have not seen in the country for years.
Over 8 decades, childhood crushes
She loved movie stars.
shifted to matters
We were girls and liked romance.
more serious.
She wrote and told me her husband died, and that was a sad one, of course. She said that she still misses him a lot and that she knows that I can understand how she feels.
Then, this year, their traditional back and forth
Well,
of ink and paper became
I assumed
radio silence.
that she was gone. I hadn't heard from her. I sent her a birthday card thinking that if she's gone, it will come back undelivered.
Until, out of the blue, came a letter postmarked with a stamp
Well,
of red.
I cried.
A letter from Pat's caregiver,
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
as at 93, she's now unable to write.
I was sad to hear that she's bedridden now.
Signed off with a phone number. So their age-old correspondence finally entered the modern world.
Is this Pat Scodging? Yes. This is Dottie Dooley in Michigan.
Oh, really? Oh, lovely.
Sometimes on paper you can identify how a person is, but she was very much Pat.
78 years?
Not many people live that long.
It's been a treat, Pat. It's been a treat.
I realize that I'm getting near the end of my life. This has just been a wonderful experience,
We live in an age of the instant
and I cherish it.
and fleeting.
Reviewing all these things,
But Dottie and Pat's story proves
it's just given me a thrill.
friendships this genuine could still be. Sincerely yours.
Please write a long letter, and soon. Your pen pal, Pat.
Dottie says she hopes the message that viewers take away from this story is it's the little things in our life that add up to the biggest joys. She says one of her greatest blessings alongside her family and her late husband is her lifelong friendship with Pat. And Pat, while on the phone with Dottie, agreed. With your Something Special, I'm Riley Mack.